moving higher, and that in fact should come up for you on the screen. But let's get in Siddharth Bhambre, Director, Alternate Investment and Research, who joins us as on the show. Thanks so much, Siddharth, for joining in. Well, tell us, how are things shaping up in this final hour? What's the trade that you would recommend, and what's your observations?
Hi, Nigel. Thanks for having me on the show. We read options data closely since last 1 week, and the levels which came out was like not support and resistance for one index, but we saw that 35,000 call option has seen a lot of buying taking place by FIs, and market unfortunately was below those levels. So for today, we were anticipating that Bank Nifty will have resistance around 35,000. We did see 35,000 after last half an hour back or 15-20 minutes back, Bank Nifty reaching there, correcting around 300 points. But I won't be surprised if it in last half an hour it will try to touch that level again and maybe breach. So I'm anticipating maybe Bank Nifty would move above 35,000 in next half an hour or so. Whereas Nifty is concerned, we did see 15,200 as a support level. Now that's 100, 150 points, 110 points away from current levels. So that's pretty much preserved. But 35,000 resistance for Bank Nifty would get challenged. That's my assessment for last half an
hour. Okay, got that. Siddharth, good afternoon. Good to have you on the show, and hope you're keeping well. What's your sense? I mean, overall, it's been a sort of a rally of disbelief, right? We've continued to plow through higher and higher through the second wave. How much more juice on this upside trade, on the Nifty, Bank Nifty you mentioned, of course?
Thank you, Surbi. Hope everything well at your end as well. Thanks for asking. Yes, you said it. It's a rally of disbelief. And so we look what's happened to market. Last 3-4 months, we have heard about views at both sides of the spectrums. People talking about ultra bullish move from here. There are a lot of people who are talking negative, and rightly so, because the economy is not doing great. But there's strong disconnect between market and economy. But last 4 months, there has been a lot of alpha generation by fund managers, and we are seeing a lot of stock specific action happening. Now, this is a positive scenario. Never in our history, except May 2004, and I'm not going beyond to era of 2000, market have never consolidated for multi weeks and then gave you a big correction. If big correction has to happen, then it has to happen just after 1 or 2 weeks consolidation, not more than that. We are consolidating since Feb 2021. That's 4 months from here. Only in May 2004, which was election month, we did see a huge correction after consolidation. So statistics are against a very big correction in market as of now. From short to medium term perspective, mid of May, we did see some conflicting data points. On 14th May, we saw FIs shorting big time around 14,600, 700, which compelled us to feel that probably market would go down. But very same week, we saw a breakout from a range on the upside, and since then FIs have been buying this market. So statistics will be suggesting that from short to medium term perspective, this market is in a safer hand and would continue to move higher. Higher it goes, more the disbelief, and that's what is fueling the market.
Markets moving higher, disbelief, disconnection with the economy, but bulls will say, who cares? The markets are moving higher and all set to hit all-time highs. And as Siddharth's pointing out, a couple of data points suggest that we're unlikely to see a big correction. But I said a lot of opinion in terms of real estate, whether or not after the recent underperformance, the last few years of underperformance, real estate stocks could do well. You're tracking one such stock, Godrej Properties. What are the targets and stop loss you're looking at out there?
So Nigel, as I mentioned to Surbi also, that we are in a stock specific market, and with time or with week, you'll see some or other sector getting buyers' attention. And yes, even real estate space got attention in last 1 week or so. Now, Godrej Properties is one interesting stock. It has been one of the strongest stock in real estate names apart from non-F&O space like Oberois, where we have seen a lot of buying interest in different sort of market conditions. Stock did, showed some correction since last 2 months. In that correction, we did see some formation of short positions, but now we are seeing accumulation. Even technically, if you join all the recent tops, there has been a breakout from that resistance line few trading sessions back, and we are seeing accumulation. Stock is lying low today, but from positional perspective, you can buy this stock. I think targets and stop loss would be mentioned on your screen. Though I'm not very thematically bullish on sector per se, but yes, this stock is looking good in F&O segment.
Okay, so that's Godrej Properties. Let's pull up Siddharth's other pick as well, and that's also a buy. It's a buy on Cipla. The target here is 1,010, I believe. The stop loss at 908. The numbers will just come up for you. Let me use this to ask you, my final last question. Do you have a bias for pharma as a whole, or is Cipla is sort of the one pick? And in that case, what are you doing with sectors like metals, which have been red hot? Cement, by the way, cement stocks are doing really well this afternoon. The economy-facing side of it, would you look to buy anything there, or any long trades?
I'll answer cement first. ACC all-time high, Ambuja all-time high, Ultratech Cement near all-time high, Shree Cement doing good, India Cement doing good. We gave technically buy call, Technofunda buy call to our clients, JK Lakshmi Cement. That's doing fantabulous. So yes, here also disconnect continues, and we are seeing demand in this space. So I think it's easy to take a call over here, at least for traders, Surbhi, because fundamentally, people would question the valuations, may or may not question, but technically it becomes easier to ride this space. Anything, including Nifty, if any underlying is near its all-time high or its all-time or has crossed its all-time high, you should not think of shorting unless and until there is a paradigm shift in the data points or charts or fundamentals. So cement space looks attractive, and I will be more of a short-term trader here. Won't be stock specific. Entire sector looks good. Metals. 2 weeks back, I think we called that metal would form intermediate top, and we were lucky enough to short some of those names. We did made some money. Today I'm seeing some buying taking place. I don't know whether this is related to rollovers, but of late we have seen some shorting taking place in metal space. Looking at the volatility, I will right now stay away from metals. Coming to the original question of Cipla, yes, the stock is looking good. We are seeing accumulation of long position here too. Just like Godrej Property, it has breached that downward trending trend line and given a breakout, and we are seeing long accumulation. Disclosure that we have recommended this stock to our clients few trading session back at much lower levels, so that's a buyer's call. Pharma's complete space is not looking bullish, but stock specific there is a lot of traction. One of the stock which our fundamental analysis is quite bullish on is Natco Pharma. Dr. Reddy's is one of the stock which is looking attractive. From purely trading perspective, Oro Pharma, Cadila, these are few names apart from Cipla which I mentioned.
All right, okay, got that. Siddharth, thank you very much. Good talking to you as always. Thank you for taking out the time, and we look forward to our next conversation hopefully soon. Okay, so on that note, let's take a break with the news that we are at 3 p.m. The indices are absolutely flat. Banks and mid-caps, it's their day as we are all set to wind down the monthly expiry for the month. We'll take a break, come back, lots more coming up, including, of course, all the buzz that's been there in dealing rooms today. We will, of course, get Nimesh going with the street chatter, trading calls for the last half an hour, and, of course, a conversation with Rahul Sharma of JM Financials, who's saying, by the way, the Nifty can head to 16,500.